All right, for today's lesson, you're going to need this sheet. This is Powers of Scientific Notation. So we've done a lot of work so far with multiplying and dividing numbers. And now we're just going to take our knowledge of powers to a power and apply that to scientific notation. So if you look at number one, it's 7 times 10 to the negative third power. And then it's in parentheses because all of this is to the negative second power. So what I need to do is I need to distribute that negative 2 to both pieces in there, the base number and the power of 10. Okay, so I would then have 7 to the negative second power, and then times 10, and then it was a negative 3, and then you're multiplying it by that negative 2 that you're bringing in. Okay, so what I need to do with the negative exponent is I want to put it first. It's going to be a decimal. If you have a negative exponent, it's going to be an answer in decimal form. So just use your calculator. Take 7 to the negative second power. And you see what we come up there, 0.0204, so on. So I would say it's okay to go ahead and just write out like the first four numbers, 0.0204. Okay, and then times 10, negative 3 times negative 2 is positive 6. Okay, now if you look at this answer, that is way less than 1. So that decimal has to move. So if I move it once, you're at 0.204. Move it twice, you're at 2.04, which is okay for the base number. So it's going to be 2.04 roughly. I know there's more to it because you have all this back here, and we've just kind of rounded it off. Times 10. However, if I move this back like that, I need to subtract 2. So if you're taking a smaller number and you're making it bigger, you have to subtract exponents. So 6 take away 2 gives you 4. If I look at my answers here, that's going to be letter C. Notice I got 2.041. That 1 comes from, they rounded off, and they said, the 8 went up to a 1. Okay, that's why it's letter C. All right, number 2. So let's go ahead, distribute in. Distribute in. So you got 1.3 squared times 10 cubed, then times 2. Okay, so if I think of 1.3, remove the decimal 13, 13 squared was one of our math facts we did earlier in the year, and 13 squared ended up being 169. But with my decimal, it's going to be 1.69. And then times 10, 3 times 2 gives you 6. So check out that base number. It is 1 or more. It is less than 10. Therefore, you don't have to adjust that answer at all. I forgot to put the times 10 right there, to the 6th power. So that's letter C. Okay, number 3. I'm going to take in the 2. So I've got 5.53 squared times 10 that was to the 4th power, now being multiplied by that squared outside. So I don't have 5.53 memorized, so I'm going to do that 5.53 squared, and I get, I'm just going to write all those down, 30.5809 times 10. 4 times 2 gives me 8. So checking this one out, your number is way too large, so it needs to go back. And if I move 1 back, you're at 3.05809. You'll look at these ones, they do mark off, looks like after the 8. So we'll say 3.058 times 10. Now, if I move it back, I have to add 1 onto that exponent. So 8 plus 1 gives you 9. So 3.058 times 10 to the 9th, which matches up with letter A. Okay, number 4. Take this 6th power in. So you got 2.48 to the 6th power times 10 to the negative 5th now times 6. Okay, so I'm going to do 2.48 to the 6th power, and I get 232.653. I'll stop there. Times 10. Negative 5 times 6 is negative 30. Okay, this number is really large here, so I need to move this back. If I move it back 1, you're at 23.2 something. Still too large. Go back 1 more. You're at 2.32 something, and that's going to be okay. So I'm going to say about 2.326 roughly times 10. And because I had a large number, I'm making it smaller. I'm going to add on. And I moved it once, twice. So I got to add 2 to that exponent. So negative 30 plus 2 is negative 28. Check my answers out. 2.326. Notice it differs between that 6 and that 7 just because they rounded there from that 5. So this is going to be letter B. All right, you guys go ahead and do number 5. Number 6. Number 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. And 16.